I'm waiting here.
Now that would be no, sir.
Bots have been the topic of many discussions throughout the years, as we've seen first complaints about them as soon as 2012 when the game was released. A few days ago, a Reddit user named It's Me Call 911 posted an interesting photo showing the potential function in-game where a bot would be able to drop or give you his currently equipped weapon. Of course, this is not the first time we've seen this idea. Similar discussions on the topic were talked about even 5 years ago. Even though some people like the bots as they are, it might be time for some changes. Before you start commenting on how bots are good exactly as they are now, take a minute and let us dig deeper. Timeline in the description. It is well known that bots are not very useful in matchmaking. The reason behind this is simple. Bots are purposefully made bad so that kicking a low-performance player in your team wouldn't be worth it. I think that bots' skill level should stay the same as now, but a few things could still be improved. The function to take a weapon from a bot is a good add-on in my opinion. This function won't make you kick your bottom fragger, and it would be useful in some rounds where a bot picked up your weapon or some weapon you would like to have. I've created a poll in this video, so please vote if you think adding this is a good or a bad idea overall. Bots also don't always stay still, even if you command them to stay on their position. This is another problem I think should be changed. Bots can indeed be, so to speak, the second life for your top fragger in the team, but it really ruins the game when a bot doesn't obey and gives a high value weapon to your opponent's team for free. The command for holding position should, in my opinion, be fixed to work 100% of the time. This could also be solved by making matchmaking bots stay at spawn by default. Not everyone knows this, but you can take the bomb from a bot by pressing the use key on him, which is by default letter E. This also works while he's planting. Some people also had the idea to limit bots to only AK, M4 and OP when they have the money. Even though this might also be a good idea, I think this would be a major change and somewhat too overpowered. But is there a better way to go about bots in matchmaking? Here are some ideas. Such ideas would first have to get extensively tested before implemented in the game, but I think some of these might make the competitive aspect of matchmaking just a little better. We heard some ideas on 2 types of bots. If a player is kicked, the team would supposedly get a noob bot, while if a player leaves himself, they would get a better bot so that the game is not immediately over. A big problem occurs when a player from a matchmaking game leaves very early, let's say in the first 5 rounds. When this happens, the match is much harder to win compared to a player leaving at the last few rounds. This is why the cooldown period should be longer if a player leaves early and shorter if he leaves later on in the match. If a player leaves in the first 5 rounds or so, the match should, in my opinion, end. For ranking, only rounds with all 10 players should count. That would, at least partially, eliminate the possibility for deranking as a consequence of other players leaving. If you mistakenly give the bomb to a bot, he will sometimes start running to the bomb site and try to plant the bomb. This is not only suicidal for him, but also a big problem in a team because losing a bomb is most times also the reason for losing the round. This could be fixed by not allowing bots to carry the bomb or to automatically drop the bomb if they get it. Even though bots get a lot of complaints, they are not yet game-breaking. But it is for sure true that improvements can and should be implemented on them. What do you think about bots in matchmaking? Would you change them? That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.